All right, folks, this one too, I would have done in class with you had school been in session. So I'm going to try to keep it short. The gist of this is really going to be very similar to what I talked about in the lateral area versus surface area video for the prism. The only difference is that here we're working with the cylinder instead of the prism. So probably the most important thing, just like the other video, is that you understand the difference between this lateral area, or sometimes called lateral surface area, and surface area, sometimes called total surface area. What's really nice is that just like for the prism, lateral area does not include the bases. And I think you're going to be fine if you just watch this video. I don't think that there's any need for you to take notes on it, although you certainly can if you want to or feel it would be helpful. And the surface area, or the total surface area, does include bases. That's really the big fundamental difference. What we do have here, though, that we didn't have for the prism is we have the formula. And it might be really helpful for you to put the formula like on a post-it, because you're also going to have a formula for a shape that we're going to do next week. But if you put it on a post-it, then you can kind of move it from page to page as you're working through the practice problems on Castle Learning, and you'll just have it in one area where it might be really helpful. So the formula for the lateral area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH. I do want to work through an example for you where I find both the lateral area and the surface area for a cylinder. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with a cylinder. You know that I'm a terrible artist, so I'm going to just do the best I can by drawing my two circles that make up the bases and kind of putting the sides of my cylinder on there. I'm going to say that the base of this cylinder has a radius. To keep things simple, let's make the radius 3, and let's make the height of this cylinder 5. So again, the lateral area would be that kind of rectangle that curves around and makes up the sides of that cylinder, so to speak. So to find the lateral area, I would take 2 times pi times the radius, which in our case is 3, times the height of the cylinder, which is 5. And I'm going to keep things all in terms of pi just to keep things simple. I won't have to dig my calculator out. So now I'm going to go ahead and multiply the 2 times the 3 times the 5, or in other words, 30. I haven't multiplied times pi yet, so pi is still in there. And again, just to keep things simple, I'm going to leave this right in terms of pi. I'm not going to do any kind of rounding. So the lateral area for this cylinder is 30 square units. And just like for the prism, the total surface area, or the surface area, is going to be made up of our lateral area plus our two bases, which are in this case in the shape of circles. So we already know that the lateral area is 30 pi, but now we need to add that to that the area of two circles whose radius is 3. So to find the area of our circle, I'm going to use my pi times r squared formula. So 3 squared is 9, making our area of that circle 9 pi. And I want 2 of those. So when all is said and done, I've got 30 pi plus 18 pi, or 48 pi square units for the total surface area. But again, the real primary difference here is that the lateral area does not include the bases, where the surface area does include the bases. If I wanted to find that to the nearest tenth or the nearest hundredth or the nearest thousandth or the nearest whatever, then I would simply go ahead and punch these into my calculator. I would type in 30 times the pi button or 48 times the pi button. All right, I hope this finds you well. I hope you're healthy. I hope your loved ones are healthy. I hope that you're doing your best to keep your chin up and just do the best that you can. Um, Stay in touch, guys. Those of you who have emailed me, it's always great to hear from you. Helps me feel a little bit more connected. And believe it or not, your teachers like to hear from you too. So keep in touch. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for being so amazing to work with. Till the next time, peace out.